Yo, what's up everybody? I just want to take you through what I typically carry on a shoot day for photography. Maybe there's some things in here that would be of use to some people and some ideas. For right now, I'm rocking the Peak Design roller. This thing is bad. I feel like it has the best organization of a carry-on roller type situation that I've found, and I've tried so many things. A couple things that I really like about it is that it comes with this little pad insert that comes in the camera cube. And what I like to use that for is just like a little, like a production, set. So if you are filming somewhere and you want to put down your camera or change your lenses or something like that, you have like a little area that you could put stuff down. So I'm just gonna go through the setup and what I kind of reasonably bring that gives me a lot of variety with the shoot. So I do bring the iPad just in case I need to control any sort of lighting or review any pictures or something. This is the iPad mini. I got a little magnetic case. This is a Zugu case. These are rad, and it just fits in here really tiny. In terms of cameras, what I like to shoot is I'll usually shoot two bodies, but two different camera systems, which I know is odd, but I'll shoot my Sony A7RV, and I usually only bring two lenses. So I have the 16mm on here and I have the small Godox. I feel like this is really good for establishing shots or getting group pictures, things that you're trying to establish your story and everything like that. And this little flash does a great job of that. But the main lens that I use for the whole day usually is the brand new 50-150. And the reason I use this is I feel like I don't have to, get all up in people's faces for a lot of the shoot, and I could be just grabbing stuff. And I do use the Helix system from Polar Pro, and so that'll just live on this lens. So Sony A7R5, 50-150 f2, and the 16 are my go-tos. The second camera I'm actually shooting on right now, that's the Leica SL3S, and I usually only rock like 35. And the reason is sometimes you could be at a shoot and it feels like one camera shooting really good and the other doesn't, maybe something about the colors or the way that I'm shooting and just messing up. So I just like to have that variety, because when I go back home and I'm editing, I kind of feel like it's almost like two photographers came out to the gig. So with the Leica, I usually just rock 35, or I really actually like to put vintage lenses on it. So this is a medium format Pentax 105. I have a bunch of Nikon F glass. And the reason that I like to put the vintage glass on a smaller megapixel camera is because the pixel size on a lower megapixel camera is bigger, so vintage glass tends to render like quite a bit better than on a, high megapixel camera is gonna just show a lot of the imperfections in the older lenses, and it keeps your character. So I really like that. So I'll bring one or two really cool vintage lenses with me, usually a 35, and the 105 is a great portrait lens. So that's why that was in here. I also always bring the Godox V100 as my flash, and I'll bring a trigger, and it's off camera right now, but I'll bring a softbox and have it on the side. So if I want to do any more like kind of intensive portraits and group type stuff, I have that available with me at all times, so I could go, handheld, or I could have on camera is really, really useful. Also, man, the cleaning kit, bro. This thing has saved me. You have to keep a cleaning kit on you at all times. I've forgotten this, and it has been an absolute freaking nightmare. A couple other things is I use Aputure lights, and I really like some of the smaller lights. Like I have a bunch of these bulbs, and this is really good to have like if it's kind of dark and you just want to put like a bunch of bulbs like on a table or like some sort of scene, and then you could color it. And some of these, like the small guy is magnetic. You post it on something. I really like having these available. So that's another thing. And then also, obviously, I always bring a film camera with me. I just had my Mamiya 7 II in here, but it's usually just a small point and shoot, and I'll bring maybe like 2 or 3 rolls of like some really like unique film. Not that I'm necessarily offering film as part of it. I wouldn't bring any of my you know, rangefinder or SLR type film cameras. Just something that's fun. The Mamiya is just so good that I feel like portraits or some scenes from it are just really special to have. Also, like I do bring audio just in case. So if I'm gonna do a couple clips, I really think it's important to monitor your stuff. And I have this old set of these Sennheisers, just the over the ear, that you could just throw in the bag, good to go. And I do have this little Tascam XLR input that could, you know, record 32-bit separately. So if I want to bring, you know, like some better mics or something like that, I'll put that in here. And yeah, that's about it. There's just varieties of that. So what do you guys think? What do you carry? What's your main go-to? Is it 2 cameras? Is it one system, just multiple bodies? Let me know in the comments.